Morning. Alright, stuck in gridlock traffic. Let's tell a story. We'll just tell stories about me so far in my life. So for those of you who don't know, I was born in Liverpool, England. Some of you already know that. I'm a Scouser. Liverpool, like, you know, that side of the Mersey, you know what I'm saying? But so my dad and mom came over to America on their honeymoon. Both of them pretty much fell in love with the States. Dad wanted to own a firearm. Mom wanted to live near Disney. You know, so they came over on their honeymoon, and then it took them 2 years of, you know, making their family, me and my brother. And then, I don't know, 4 years, I guess, altogether. It took them 4 years to finally get, you know, the grocery store and all the taxi cabs sold, and houses and whatever over there sold, taken care of, that business. And then they just moved over here on a whim, you know, and they did it all the right way. Got the green cards, got the social security cards, you know. True planned move, you know. So we moved to Arkansas first. And Dad didn't like it there much, not much work there. And they'd seen an advertisement for Kissimmee, Florida. Keep in mind, this is Kissimmee, Florida, 1981, 82, I guess. So it's when Kissimmee was about to really blow up, and, you know, Disney had already had some roots in the ground. So we moved to Kissimmee. And I believe, and I'm not sure, because, you know, of course I was 2 years old, and I'm going off of just stories that have been told to me throughout my life. But, I think we only stayed in a hotel type place in Kissimmee for a month, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Could have been 6 months for all I know. You know what I mean? But I'd have to ask me mom now. But anyways, we got an apartment after that in St. Cloud, and that's pretty much where we stayed until. So we stayed in the apartment in St. Cloud for, I don't know how many years. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. A couple years, though. I do know that. And then we moved to the house my parents bought. The house I owned at one point in my life with my brother. You know, we won't disclose the location, but it's in St. Cloud. And that house was a 2-bedroom, maybe 900, 1,000 square foot cracker house. That's what they call them. And Dad had, within the first couple years, built the 2 extra bedrooms on the side. And then eventually later built a really, you know, pretty big, nice size shed. Dad liked building things, even though he was like a mechanic and a security guard and a, you know, man of all trades. He liked his carpentry. So we lived in that house. This is where this story starts. See, I was in Westphalia Chronicles this morning, and it made me think. Yesterday was 5 years ago. My dad passed away. We got to live through memories. People live through memories. That's how, you know, Johnny Cash stays alive forever, because he's got Johnny Cash memories in millions of hearts. You know what I mean? So Dad was a pretty awesome dude. Most awesome. And I do miss him a bunch. But I was talking to Brother Brad's this morning about Ruthie D had said, air condition isn't a luxury, it's a must. And I just kind of laughed as I'm listening, making my Cuban coffee, hanging out with my friends. I had a good laugh because I thought, man, my dad was so cheap because that house didn't come with central air, okay, and he built on the extra bedrooms. So the living room and his master bedroom, so the living room space, the kitchen type area and the master bedroom, those could have wall units that would turn on and kind of keep that part of the house cool. But my brother and I's room and our little living room, which was our old bedroom we shared, called our den, you know, that's what we called it. It was the den. It didn't have air conditioning. None of that did until I was 15 and I bought my own from like mowing yards and washing dishes at the catfish place. So to me, that's my, you know, I walked uphill both ways in the snow to school in the morning story, which that didn't happen because I lived in Florida. But I did live in Florida till I was 15 with no air conditioning, except in the living room, but not in the bedrooms, not for sleeping at night. And I know it was just because Dad was a cheapo. He could afford it. He was just cheapo. That's where I get my cheapness. But when people call me cheap, I think I'm not even halfway as cheap as my dad did. I'm not even nowhere near as good at it as he was. I'm working at it, though. I'm working at it, Dad. Anyways, now that we've done our ride, nice long vlog, spend time with your loved ones. We don't last forever, folks. We got an expiration date. Don't forget that. And Ruthie D, if you get to see this one, air conditioning is a luxury. So is bottled water. But in today's modern day, you know, most people won't know about that unless we really do have some kind of apocalyptic event. Or, you know, even like they were talking this morning, like hurricanes would get really hot and they would just drive up to Orlando and enjoy their hotel and Disneyland and air conditioning. So in the modern age, you know, even when bad things happen, anybody who can kind of, you know, who isn't totally broke can afford to drive away from that hurricane, you know. But you don't know if it's going to be a tornado, car crash, whatever. Something's going to take you. Life is short. So, much love across the flat earth. Thanks for supporting me. All my Patreon, all my Spreadshirt, and anybody who tries to watch every video. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook at MFJ, F''art, Hangouts, and my email, which I don't answer emails, so you'll have to use Hangouts by using my email to get a hold of me, is markjones.mj67@gmail.com. And hope to see you guys tomorrow or later tonight at 7:30.